everyone, it's Amory and I am here with the August selection for Amory's Book Club, which is The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. Jones is unflinching in his social commentary as well as the horror aspects of the novel. I don't usually do trigger warnings, but for this I will because of the graphic nature of the depiction of some of these things. There is quite a bit of graphic violence against human beings as well as animals. So I will let you know that going in. I will say that part of what was really bothering me as far as seeing some of the graphic violence, what happened at the end, I needed that. I will put in a box for those of you listening and you don't want to hear what I'm about to say. I'm going to write here in the corner an additional note regarding some of that violence. Again, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who don't want to be spoiled. If you want to see that, you can just see this note. If not, just disregard this little note here in the section. That said, it is a horror novel. It is quite gruesome. The social commentary is equally searing. In the novel, 4 young Native American men end up hunting a group of elk where they're not supposed to, when they're not supposed to. It's an area reserved for elders, so they're already breaking tradition. They're breaking the rules, and then things go awry from there. They move on with their lives, but their past is literally hunting them. Jones explores vengeance and justice, what it's like living and growing up as a Native American today on a reservation, as well as life off of the reservation. What it is to maintain as well as break with tradition while living in the modern world. The role that community and friendship plays as well as parenthood, and not only human parenthood, but also motherhood from the perspective of an animal. Specifically an elk, which I found to be some of the most beautiful passages. This harkens a little bit back to my note that I mentioned earlier that I needed. I think some of you going in would still appreciate having that note there. There's so much frustration here as well as despair, but there's also a lot of hope. And I really love the way Jones explores the collision of tradition and community with the modern world and individualism. Make sure you follow my personal IG at Amory, as well as the book club's IG, which is at Amory's Book Club, and the hashtags, hashtag Amory's Book Club, hashtag Read with Amory, hashtag ABC. Follow along so you can chat with the author and I at the end of the month. Don't forget to go to amory'sbookclub.com where you can submit questions for the author. Again, you can always ask during the IG live chat any questions that you have, but you do have a better chance of getting your question answered if you submit a question, because I will have them beforehand, of course. Happy reading, and I will talk to you soon. Also a reminder, don't forget to share this video, don't forget to like the video, and please share the word about the book club. Side note, I'm no longer going to hold the book the entire time during the IG live chat because sometimes the covers have very bold titles. And I've gotten quite a few people who are like, wait, what's going on with the cover? What's going on with the cover? When the title isn't seen, it doesn't make a big difference. But when the title is really huge and it's bold, there's that reverse effect, because when you're doing IG Live, there's a mirror effect as far as what you see. That unlike, let's say, the Apple camera or whatever phone you have, when you take selfies, it flips it for you. The final version is actually flipped. In IG, that does not happen. So what happens is I'm holding a book and then you're seeing the reverse of the title, which kind of is distracting. So I'll just pop it up there and then I'll bring it down, and then sometime in the middle I'll bring it back up again, and then I'll bring it down, and then before we're done I'll show the cover and everything. Yes, I'll make sure I do that. That's a suggestion from my parents because they still give me those.